Alright, y'all. I just finished playing Halo Campaign Evolved, not Combat Evolved. I actually don't know why they changed the name. I guess to differentiate the two versions. But either way, I pretty much played the Halo 1 remake. This game is the definition of I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. That's pretty much how this game has been for me. I made it more than halfway through it, but like towards the end I was just like, dude, I don't want to play this fucking game anymore. I've already been the original multiple times. Like, I already know what's gonna happen, and I already have my opinion on this game. But before I start bitching about stuff, I think I should start off with the good stuff about the game. So when it comes to the good things about the game, obviously the graphics look like a big upgrade from the original, sort of. That is actually, believe it or not, that's a hot take. People really don't like the way they changed the graphics. Some people say the art style was ruined by the new graphics, and I will actually say I would actually defend it. You know, I do like the new graphics, and I don't just like it just because it's new graphics, because I was also one of those guys who was hating on the first time they remade this game, which, by the way, yeah, this is the second time they are remaking Halo 1. But yeah, the first time they tried it, the arts, I do think it ruined the art style. It did look stupid, it did look goofy, but I think in this, it doesn't look as like, do I like the original graphics or these graphics more? I don't know, but I do like these new graphics. I just, you know, I don't think it butchers the original art style nowhere near as much as the first time they tried it. And another good thing about the game is the new cutscenes. New cutscenes, they look really nice, really good. Not really any complaints there. I don't think that's a hot take. I do think people enjoy the new cutscenes. The new cutscenes are nice, but I think I guess another good thing. This isn't really a good thing about this game in particular, but it's Halo. You know, it's all the things I'm about to complain about. No matter what, it's Halo. It's Halo 1. It doesn't matter how shit the new Halo devs are. It's gonna be really hard to mess up the original Halo. So the core game, through all the bullshit, is still pretty good. But yeah, onto the bad things about the game. So they made some decisions to change certain things. One of the biggest things is that they added a run button to the original Halo. If you don't know, the sprint button is actually a really big thing that a lot of, Halo fans hate. But in this game, I think it's like really stupid, because the original game was never made for you to have a sprint. And there was multiple times in this game where I just ran through everything. Like I just ran past all the enemies, because they're just the level design just wasn't made for that, you know? Another difference, this isn't really bad or good. They did make it so health regenerates. So if you don't know how the health system works in Halo, pretty much you have your overshield that regens no matter what. You just have to stay out of, you could be fighting, but just don't get hit for a certain amount of time, and your overshield will recharge. And then it's supposed to be where your health, the bar under your overshield, is more limited. If you lose HP, you had to find med packs somewhere in order to restore your HP. And it was a balance. It was like your overshield's always going to come back, but if you lose health, that's a big deal, because now that's a limited resource. You're gonna have to look around for it. In this game, they changed it. It recharges just like the overshield. Now, I don't think it makes the game too much easier. I played the game on heroic difficulty, which pretty much is the game's hard mode, and it was still decently tough. It was not like, again, like I said, I stopped playing the game like 75% of the way through. I was fighting, I was towards like finishing the whole flood area of the game, but it still wasn't easy, but it is a decision. It's just like, it's kind of stupid, because it's like the whole point of the overshield is supposed to be like, that's this supposed to be the thing that recharges, and the health isn't. It's supposed to be like a yin and a yang thing, sort of like a balance, and they kind of just changed that for no reason. I don't know why. It's just like that's they just change things in this game that are just like, why'd you change it? There's no reason for that. Either it doesn't change much or it makes the game worse. And a thing about this game, when it comes to the graphics look good, like I said, but the game is demanding. I'm pretty sure it runs on Unreal Engine 5. Let me actually double check. So I just double checked. The new Halo game does run on Unreal Engine 5, which adds up. It's demanding even when it doesn't really need to be demanding. My computer isn't bad, so the game ran fine for me for the most part. I started running the game at the normal default settings it gave me. It was running at 4K high settings, and I was running it with no AI frames, no frame gen, and at first it was running fine. It was running like at 55 frames a second, which is fine for a single player game. But then I made it to the open area where you land on the Halo ring for the first time, and I noticed it was like really glitchy with the motion blur. The motion blur just looked really weird, and like, god damn it, I don't want to take off the motion blur because 55 frames a second, it didn't look very good. But the motion blur was supposed to fix, like, you know, fix the in between, you know. It was supposed to make it not look that bad. So I had to turn off the motion blur, and then I turned on the frame gen, and then it ran perfectly fine after that. It ran well over 60 once I did the frame generation. But that's the thing, like, a lot of these games nowadays just assume that your, you know, graphics card is going to be good at frame generation. Like, it expects your graphics card to be made to do AI frames, and like, most people don't have graphics cards made for that. All of my friends do not have graphics cards that are made for like AI frames and stuff like that. So it's stupid to assume that, and there's so many people out there that are going to try to run this game and it's going to run like shit, and they don't really have, you know, a graphics card made for AI frames, so that's not really going to be an option too much for them. And it's stupid. It's stupid that they even rely on it. Like, why can't the game just run good normally? There's just, it's dumb. That's probably one of the biggest things, is the performance. So like, in the end, you're getting a version of Halo 1 that has unnecessary changes like the health system and the running, and then you're also getting a Halo 1 that just runs worse, like much worse, even when it doesn't need to. Also, I don't know where I'm gonna put this in the video, because I just realized this after recording all the audio, but there's no multiplayer, by the way. I want to put that out there. There's no multiplayer. They're charging you $50 for only Halo 1, which $50 is more than the entire Master Chief Collection at full price with no sale, by the way. But yeah, they're charging $50 for a shittier Halo 1 with debatably better graphics, nice cutscenes, but it runs like shit. Made stupid changes to the actual game itself, and it doesn't come with multiplayer. That, like, no multiplayer is so stupid. They really couldn't add multiplayer? Like, why is there no multiplayer? That's just a dumb. I'm not even the biggest Halo multiplayer guy out there. Like, I occasionally play it from time to time, but like, the campaign was mostly what I care about. But even then, it's like, well, why? There was no reason not to have multiplayer. Just lazy, just being lazy. I think if you really need to play Halo Campaign Evolved instead of, you know, Combat Evolved, you need to play this remake instead. Just play it through Game Pass the way I did. I got some free Game Pass recently, some free months of Game Pass, and that's the way I've been playing this game. But shit, I didn't even bother to finish it, dude. It's just like, it's the same game I've played before, just shittier. That's pretty much what it is, but with a nice fancy coat of paint. It's just not worth it. Either get it through Game Pass, play through Game Pass, or get it on a really deep cut sale through Steam. You know, and it sucks to see. It sucks to see just Halo in the gutter, man. It hasn't been very good in a very long time. It's like, we all know, pretty much ever since Bungie left Halo, it's been just in the shitter. It sucks because I love Halo. More specifically, I love the original Halo trilogy. I was actually one of those people that don't really like Halo 4. And I obviously don't like Halo 5. Halo Infinite was alright. I actually thought that one was decent. But either way, like, Halo, the first 3 Halo games were so good. And then they're remaking the first Halo, and it's like, oh, dude, this is an easy slam dunk. Just give us the same game, just with better graphics. That's it. You know, you don't need to really change much, just better graphics. And then now you're making it available for PlayStation players. I feel like they should have also just put it on Nintendo Switch too. This game, if they actually optimized it, yeah, it would be able to run on a Switch too, hands down. But no, they had to make changes, and then they had to make the game overly demanding for no reason, and it's like it's stupid. It's stupid. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about this new Halo game. I am pretty disappointed about it. And there's just other games I'd rather play. You know, Splatoon Raiders has been out. I've been playing that from time to time. That's just the more fun game. Marvel Tokon just came out. I've been having a real good time with that game. And there's still new games coming out later this month and especially next month. And I just don't care to finish this game, dude. If I want to play Halo, I'll just play the original. It's that simple. But that's about it. Peace out.